When to save a salesperson or when to fire a salesperson. Here are 3 decision-making criteria to make that decision for you completely painless, so you know you made the right one no matter what. If you're someone like me, you've suffered from broken puppy syndrome before, where the person that joins your team came with a lot of baggage, and he or she is like a broken puppy, but you think that you have the ability because you could just like peel back the layers. You see what they're capable of. You see that if you could help fix them, acting not only as a sales coach, but as a personal mentor and part therapist to help them work through the challenges that they're facing, that they too will join the ranks of the other people whose lives you've helped change, to go from a dark place to making life-changing money and becoming a new version of themselves that is far better than anything they ever could have imagined. Well, if that is you, this video is for you. And I can't wait to walk you through the information that I wish I had when I got started leading a sales team. It'll make this decision painless. And now let's get started. Roofing sales is personal development in disguise, and the reward for growth is life-changing. I hope my content helps you create a richer life and bank account. Welcome and welcome back. Adam Bensman here, and I'm very excited to jump into this video. Not because this topic is exciting, because it sucks. Firing people is the worst. But if I knew what I know now, I would have saved myself a whole ton of turmoil and lost sleep, as you and I have both experienced. Do I fire them? Do I not fire them? Do I fire them? Do I not fire them? If I fire them, did I give up on them? Am I a terrible person? Blah, blah, blah. So let me tell you the story of Mike. Mike joined our team, and Mike was a broken puppy. And Mike was great when he was with homeowners on set appointments, but he was terrible at knocking doors. And his obstacle was that he couldn't get past himself. He was uncomfortable. He was self-conscious. And he was crippled by this, to the fact that he would go out and like knock 2 doors and then leave. And I had countless conversations with Mike. I joined him in his garage, his house, for a beer. It was before I quit drinking. And I had so many build you up moments. Mike told me if he didn't make $80,000 that year, he'd lose his house and get a divorce. His marriage was on the fritz. And I kept pouring into Mike because I could fix his broken puppy. All he needed to do was just learn how to be confident at the doors and face his inner demon and get comfortable with being uncomfortable. But it never happened. And at the end of the year, Mike made a little over $20,000. Period. That's it. An entire year of roofing sales. He ended up losing his house. Yes, and getting a divorce. And to this day, I feel responsible for it. People might criticize me saying it was his fault, not yours. But I disagree, because that led me to lesson number 1. Are they cut out for this? Are they cut out for this? And I could have asked myself this one question: is Mike cut out for this? Now, of course, the first time he failed, I'm not going to say no, but after 4 conversations and nothing changes, and what you need to do every day in this business is face your inner demon, get uncomfortable, and go do things that other people aren't willing to do. Mike was not cut out for this. And as soon as I had a clear definition of who's a good fit for our business in this role and who is not, it becomes very clear. Are you cut out for this or are you not? And he was not. And it is my responsibility to let him go. And by doing so, I could have helped him get a job anywhere else, because he would have made more money flipping burgers at McDonald's than he did selling for us. Number 2, having a monthly quota. This would have saved me from Mike's struggle as well. I used to be against this quota idea. By the way, this was in my infancy of being a sales leader. I have very different opinions on a quota now. But a quota is another way to support this idea of, are you a good fit? Because if you're a good fit, you should be able to produce the type of results that we expect. In the sales world, outside of roofing, they call it OTE, or on-track earnings. Assuming you're a good fit in this role and hit these performance benchmarks, you should make this amount of money. Well, bringing someone into this industry for your company, you should know what those OTE or on-track earning expectations should be. If someone is a good fit and they're cut out for this, they should hit those requirements. If they don't, they should be put on probation the next month. So example, if they don't hit quota this month, then next month they're on probation. It is our job as sales leaders to get in the trenches and support them. That's when we jump in to save. By the way, stick around to number 3, because that plays a part in what I'm about to share. But we jump in to save them, and it may take us more time and more energy and feel like hand-holding. But there are many times that you can upright the ship and help people, because that all they needed was to get coached through the challenge that they're facing. So when the next month comes, if they do hit quota or exceed it, their job is safe, they're good to go, you know that they're cut out for this and they're a good fit. If they don't, then you are falling victim to broken puppy syndrome, trying to fix a broken puppy who is unfixable. At this point, quota means they're fired. Okay. Pro tip, this should come up in the interview and on the onboarding that's how this works. That way it removes the emotion around firing. You're not saying you're a bad person. It's just, hey, define up front, was this is a good fit? This should be your performance standards. If it's not, you're on probation. If you're on probation 2 months in a row, you're let go. It just means you're not a good fit. Doesn't mean we don't like you. Which brings me to number 3. When we jump in to save someone, we can actually take a page out of the Coast Guard's playbook. With limited resources, when there's a sinking vessel, sinking ship in the ocean, and people are all about, they're trying to get out to safety. Coast Guard arrives. The Coast Guard has limited time and limited resources. So who do they prioritize saving? The people who are swimming towards them. The lesson I learned with Mike is that I jumped in to save him, but as I swam, he was swimming further. My rule now is I give everybody 100% and more with one condition, that what I give, you match and give it back. I have let people go on my current team that will not give me 100%. They will give me 80 and I will give them 100. That's not a fair relationship. My team is a team of A players or aspiring A players. I look at this like an analogy of Olympic rowing, which is one of the most competitive and difficult sports in the entire world. And everyone on the boat needs to be rowing in the same direction with as much power as they have. One weak person on that boat will destroy the team's capability to succeed. So everyone that's on my team is rowing as hard as they can, rowing at 100%. So if I match that person at 100%, I expect them to give me 100%. And by following this rule, the third rule defined as I give, you give. Okay, so in summary, the 3 simple rules is number 1, are they cut out for this? Number 2, quota. Are they hitting quota, yes or no? And number 3, I give, you give. Are you matching each other at 100%? If the answer is yes, give them your all, jump in to save them. If the answer is no, let them go and move on. That is what it is like to be a leader. Now, I know that facing these leadership challenges is not easy. You encounter these and others, whether it's personnel, opening new office locations, navigating insurance requirements or workers' comp audits. Maybe it's expanding into new product lines or going from retail to storm or vice versa. These challenges are difficult, and for many of us, we try to go about them alone. But you can stop doing that and get support from other people who've done it before you. That's what we do inside the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance. Now, not only will you get access to my sales training and the incredible mentors, Deshaun Bryant, John Cenac, Cody Landals, Jim Moline, and of course, myself. But the most valuable part, the single most valuable part is the other people inside there, the network, to learn how to navigate these day-to-day challenges, like when to save someone, when to fire someone, with the support of others who've gone through it for you. If you want to learn more about the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, so you can apply to join, click the link in the description right now or go to rsra.org/join. Hey, thanks for joining me in this video. Just because our time here is about to wrap doesn't mean your and my time has to. I know that as a sales leader, you face other challenges, so I've hand-selected these videos specifically for you to help you navigate the obstacles that I know you're probably facing right now. So hop into them right after this, and I will see you on the next video.